Welcome to the Commentary Up's coverage of Solihull Moors against Wigan Athletic in the FA Cup first round replay. I'm your alternative host and commentator this evening, Russ Vernon. We've got updates on Wales' match in their final European World Cup qualifying game against Belgium with Nicholas Jones, and we'll head to Nicholas in just a second. The teams are just about to come out of the tunnel here which is a cold stadium of the Adamson Park, also known as SportNation.bet Stadium. Got the teams for you from this one in a few moments, including the match officials, which we'll give you very shortly. We'll give you that we'll bring you that very soon. The teams just getting ready to come out in our featured game today, but while the teams just making their way out onto the field in a second or so, the teams just coming out in about a minute or so, but we'll wait for that. Let me cross live to the Wales game. Nicholas is standing by to watch the game at the Cardiff City Stadium, where Wales are taking on Belgium. As the teams are just coming out here. Solihull Moors against Wigan, our featured game. But let's find out what the team knows is in our featured match. In our other featured game, with updates from Nicholas Jones on Wales against Belgium. And say very good evening to you, Nicholas. What is the team news for Wales against Belgium in the Wales game this evening, Nicholas?
Thanks, Ross. Good evening. Gareth Bale does not start for Wales as he was taken off in the last game, in the last 5-1-0 win against Belarus. It is likely Kiefer Moore has replaced him for this game. Wales play Belgium in a 4-4-2 formation. Players to watch out for include Aaron Ramsey, Connor Roberts, Chris Mepham, and also Daniel James.
Yes, and obviously, Nicholas, you just mentioned Dan James there, player who plays for Leeds United. Another man from Leeds United in the Wales squad for the match against Belgium is that of Tyler Roberts. And if there's any Leeds fans out there listening to our coverage tonight, does Tyler Roberts start for Wales, or is he on the bench?
Tyler Roberts is on the bench, along with players such as Chris Gunter, Harry Wilson, Will Vaults, and Rhys Norrington-Davis. But Joe Allen and Joe Rodon start for Wales, and Danny Ward is in goal.
Thank you, Nicholas. Just briefly, just as we wait for kick off in our featured game, what big names are in the Belgian side this evening?
Starting for Belgium is the captain Kevin De Bruyne, also in our Torgan Hazard, Divock Origi, Timothy Castagne, and in goal is Cohen Casteels, and also in the squad is Axel Witsel.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with Nicholas for regular updates throughout the game between Wales and Belgium, which takes place at the Cardiff City Stadium. Solihull Moors line up with Boot in goal, Al Maynard, Mycock is at the back. Then it's Barnett, Story the captain, Ball and Boys in midfield. Newton, Rooney and Sabra are from the bench of Allsop, Osborne, Donwood, Dallas and Udlin. As for Wigan Athletic, as we get ready for kick-off, is Jones, Derek with their captain, Watts, Kerr, Pierce, Power and Bayliss, Lang, Massey, Edwards and White. For the bench of Amos, one more Long, Robinson, Smith, McHugh, Adiko, Seas and Bangami, as the players just take a knee here ahead of kick-off in our match this evening, our featured game this evening from the FA Cup first round replay. It will be Wigan Athletic, all in red this evening, who will get us off and underway. Solihull in blue shorts, yellow shirt and socks as Wigan get us off and underway. Your commentator is myself, Russ Vernon, here at the Armcourt Arena, watching the game which is played at the Armcourt Arena. We Solihull win first header. There's a come through the back of the Solihull player who it looked as though it come through the back of Rooney there, the brother of Wayne Rooney. Adam Rooney is the Solihull striker playing through the middle. Here is Barney knocking the ball backwards into Ow, clears it forward down the line. Can't pick out the run of boys and it's Newton, so it's picked up by Pierce, who plays it down the line for Wigan, the former Leeds United man. Tom Pierce scored his Leeds first ever goal for Leeds against Yorkshire rivals Barnsley. There'll be some other FA Cup action being played this evening. We'll keep you up to date with how that is going on. As here's Pierce for a throw for Wigan Athletic. We'll be keeping you across the Wales game at regular points in this evening, as we see Wigan just keep hold of possession over on that far side. It's knocked down the line looking for Lang, who can't get there, and Gavin Massey is swapping with Lang and interchanging. Lang, Massey and Edwards all interchanging as boys will get ready to take the throw. Storer trying to get in there as well. Here is Sabril, can't get Rooney through, picks off by Newton, who can't get there either, and he's gone all the way back, and Ball will just knock the ball back to his goalkeeper Boot, who clears it long, looking for Rooney, who puts the Wigan defence under pressure in Kerr, and the ball's right flicked it on, and Minnow gets it back to Boot, who pushes Boot through the ball, and he's picked up by Newton. Back to goal. Here's Barney to send it forward towards Rooney. Given away, picked up there by Bayliss, and now here comes Newton. Newton going really, really well here, cleared away, and now it's Massey for Wigan Athletic coming forward over on this near side of the left. Is Pierce down the line to Edwards and back it goes to Kerr, across now to Watts and further forward to Deriqua, the former Burnley man. Deriqua, it's that ball to Deriqua, also formerly of Chesterfield. If you're from the South Yorkshire, North Derbyshire region, you'll have heard all about him during his time with the Spyrites, known as Chesterfield. But he now plays his football for the Latics as Kerr finds Deriqua, sends it down the line, and it's headed away from Lang there by Ball, who's done really, really well. We've played coming towards 4 minutes in this game. There's some other matches taking place tonight in the FA Cup replay, first round replay action. We'll give you updates on how those matches are going to be doing throughout the evening, throughout the programme, and we'll bring you that very, very soon. As here's the ball being given away, and we're going to attack, but Edwards' shot is blocked. Deriqua can't play down the line. He comes off Sabra and he's out for a throw to the Latics, coming towards 5.5 minutes gone. Here is still Solihull 0, Wigan 0. We'll just watch this throw in, which will be taken by Deriqua, the right back for Wigan. The winners of this will play Colchester United in the second round. Here's Pierce Pierce inside to Bayliss and back now to Watts, and Watts across to Kerr, who does really, really well. And now it's on to Duriqua. Back to Kerr once more. And now back to Watts, who finds Pierce. And Pierce will hit it forward. And Maynard watches it all the way and he's headed out for a throw to Wigan. We'll just watch this throw. And then we'll head across to Nicholas to find out the latest in the match between Wales and Belgium. It's still 0-0 in this one as Kerr comes forward with possession. Chips the ball in towards the penalty area where he comes out wide to Pierce. Pierce puts the ball in towards the near post. Cleared away and it's out for a throw to Wigan. We'll just get ready for this throw, which will be taken by Power, and he looks like he's got a lot of power. Will have a lot of power behind this. Will Max to get the ball inside the penalty area, and Power launches it into the penalty area, and is cleared away by the Solihull defence. Power gets it back to Edwards. Edwards can't dig out a cross, and he did well by Maycock to clear away. Bayliss picks up a run, he wins it back. And now here is Solihull with Sabaro can break it away. He's driving forward, lovely run. Goes down on the challenge. No challenge. There's out of play for a Wigan throw. Let's find out what the latest is at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales against Belgium. Nicholas Jones, what's the latest, my friend?
Wales did have a couple of early chances at goal, but Belgium have been holding out as well. Wales do at least need to draw against Belgium in order to stand a chance of qualifying as runners-up in their group, but they can't control what the Czech Republic are doing against Estonia. After just over 7 minutes, it's still Wales 0, Belgium 0.
Thank you very much there, Nicholas Jones. Still 0-0 between Wales and Belgium. We'll get back across to Nicholas very, very soon as we're going to have a throw with Pierce. Not missed much since we was away with Nicholas Jones, and we'll get back to Nicholas again very, very shortly for your updates on the Wales game this evening. And now here's Solihull Moors with possession back with Al. Goes down left towards Newton. Was a stoppage in play. The referee's blowing his whistle for a stoppage in play. I'm not sure why, because the camera wasn't on him. The story was going down the Solihull Moors player. Still 0-0. Lang is gone out to the right hand side at the moment. And we're going to switching the players around. Lang, Massey, Edwards, all switching around that area at the moment. Story stood and receiving some treatment at this moment in time. We'll have a break in play. 9 minutes gone. It's still goalless. Not missing much just yet. So update latest scores is Montenegro 1, Turkey 0, and Gibraltar 1, Latvia 0 is the latest score. 0-0 between Bristol Rovers and Oxford United in the FA Cup replay. That's at half time. We'll get back. We'll bring you updates on that. Story still down, receiving some treatment. And we'll just see what happened here now when he blocked the challenge from Lang. Gillingham have taken the lead in the FA Cup thanks to Matthew Pollock's goal on 11 minutes. Goal for Gibraltar was scored by Liam Walker from Montenegro. Fatos Begaraj with the goals there. Elsewhere in the FA Cup is still goals between Bristol Rovers and Oxford. Second half about to get underway very, very shortly. In that one, Altrincham 0, Gateshead 0, Cambridge 0, Northampton 0, Exeter City 0, Bradford City 0, Notts County 0, Rochdale 0, Oldham 0, Ipswich 0, Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Stevenage 0, MK Dons 0, and Wigan 0, Hartlepool United 0. We'll keep you up to date with that. There's been a goal in the National League North as Chorley taking on Kettering. Chorley lead by a goal to nil through all on 7 minutes as Pearce picks up for Wigan here into Edwards. Edwards with the cross deep, and he's too deep in the end, and he goes behind for a goal kick to Solihull Moors after that poor cross in the end from Edwards. We'll keep going across every now and again to Nicholas for some updates. There's been a chance for Belgium. We'll get reports on that one in a moment as Wigan just conceded the first. We can go and get that now. Nicholas Jones, is it still 0-0, my friend?
Shot on goal, but Ward was there to deflect that one. After almost 11 and a half minutes, it's still after just over 11 and a half minutes, it's still Wales 0, Belgium 0.
Thank you, Nicholas. Still 0-0. There was a chance here from Stollers just gone over the bar from Solihull Moors. Brilliant bit of play. Headed away by Kieran, and a chance from Storer just over the bar in the end, and just couldn't keep his shot down. It's still 0-0. We've just been with Nicholas a moment ago, and he said Origi had a shot saved by one, and it was still 0-0. I can tell you that there's now been a goal in that game. Which way has it gone? Nicholas Jones.
Yes, great efforts on goal, but yes, great shot on goal by Kevin De Bruyne. A teammate passed it to him, and he was just there to pick up the pieces as and when he needed to. Belgium, as we know, winners of their qualifying group. The score after nearly 20 minutes: Wales 0, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much there, Nicholas Jones. Will keep you across that as and when we get any updates from Nicholas throughout the evening as we see Wigan coming forward. Again with Kib hitting it towards White, Maynard does well. Pearce is there. On for Edwards. Back it goes to Bayliss. Bayliss now switching out wide to Deriqua. Deriqua's cross in towards Edwards on the back post. And he's gone out for a throw as he was headed away there, I think it was from Maynard, who headed that ball away there. And now Solihull Moors playing very, very well so far, keeping possession really, really well and creating a few chances. So far, Neil Adler's men doing very, very well. And they'll be looking for an early goal in this game. It was 0-0 in the game at the DW, which is why we've got a replay tonight in this Solihull Moors against Wigan Athletic clash as Watts finds Pearce. Pearce will look forward and play backwards to Kel Watts again, and now across to Deriqua. Deriqua knocks it down the line, gets it back from Massey, and then pings it out to Pearce, but can't keep it in. He was stretching to keep the ball in play, but it's still 0-0. And Nicholas means he's been nearly 13 minutes, not 20 minutes in the game that he said. There, so it's still Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0 is the scoreline. Barnett will take a throw. He's given away by Mike Cochran. Solihull gets the ball back and it's out. Rooney on possession. Rooney, good bit of footwork. Rooney gets the ball back. Is Rooney shot was come close. It was saved by Jones in the end, and that's a superb bit of play. Still Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0, and Derek will now look to fetch the ball forward. Here's Pierce, plays it down the line. The ball is given away, and Edwards commits a foul. It's a free kick to Solihull Moors. Charles Breakspear having a word with Edwards there. One waited to see this free kick be taken in a second. Now let's find out what the latest is between Wales and Belgium. Last time with Nicholas Jones, it was still 1-0. It was 1-0 to Belgium thanks to Kevin De Bruyne. Nicholas, is it still the same scoreline, and if Wales look to get back into the game just yet?
Yes, Wales are looking to find the best ways to get back into the game. Belgium are still holding out against them, though. Although Daniel James looked like he was setting up an attack on goal, which didn't quite come off. After 16 minutes 45 seconds, still Wales 0, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. We'll go back to Nicholas again very, very shortly. As you see, Solihull Moors putting on the Wigan under a bit of pressure, and he's back with Jones. And now, after that free kick, was very, very poor from Solihull Moors while we was talking to, getting an update there from Nicholas Jones, as we see Kerr with possession, switching the ball out wide. And he's gone out of play for a throw to Solihull Moors, which Barnett will take. Down the line it goes, flicked on, knocked inside, but given away. And now Bayliss takes the free kick quickly after Rooney committed the foul, and now it's Derikwa. Derikwa knocks the ball down the line, it's cleared away, ball in towards the penalty area, cleared. Storer gets the ball head back to help get it forward. And Watts wins the header. White wins the second header. Ball drops. Bayliss goes for it, and he was in between Bennett and Rooney in a sandwich kind of positioning. As we see Wigan with possession of the ball as we were looking forward for this game tonight. We've had a couple more goals in the FA Cup to say about in a moment, as Wigan are looking to try and get their name in front in a FA Cup tie. It looks like he's gone out twice there. Definitely gone out a third time. Went behind for a goal kick. Other scores is Cambridge United 1, Northampton 0. Arvin Nibbs on 13 minutes, while Josh Andrews has put Rochdale 1-0 up away to Notts County, also in the FA Cup replays this evening. Still Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0 is the scoreline as we watch this play unfold as Derikwa comes forward. Lovely one from Derikwa. How wide it goes into Massey. But Bayliss inside if he wants to use him, but he goes backwards. Back to Massey now into Watts. Watts just finds Pierce. Pierce gets the guy was with, but Barnett clears away. Now for the throw-in. Throw-in is taken by Power with a long one. A bit of power on that throw as well from Max there. And he's now Newton almost getting through there. But Bayliss did really, really well to track him back. And Danny Newton, joined from Stevenage for a free transfer in the summer. Scored 3 goals so far this season. As Danny Newton here for Solihull Moors, and we'll be looking to add to his tally this evening. As the ball is played up, he's found Wyke. His ball's crossing towards the penalty area. Edwards is in there. It's cleared away by Maynard. Comes out to Power. We're looking to line up a shot. Will he know? He plays it to do it. Quick cross comes in. Lang's in there. And Maynard clears it away. And then he's act clear in the end by a teammate. I think it was. Who got the... It might be Michael called ball. Who could have got the ball clear there. And now Mycock has possession. Here's Barnett. Mycock again. Maycock again, should I say, not Mycock. Maycock there, should I say. And he's now back with Maynard. And now Ow. And that ball is cleared away. Now we're going to Storrs got the ball back against Edwards. He fends him off well. And now Maycock finds Barnett. Maynard. And lovely bit of play there from Solihull Moors, just keeping all the possession. 22 minutes gone, still 0-0. Solihull Moors holding firm so far against the League One side, and Boot pushes Boot through the ball and picks out Newton, who finds Rooney. How wide it goes now with Boys. Boys push the ball in towards Rooney, just a bit too much on the ball, and he's gone behind for a goal kick to Wigan Athletic. Last time I was with Nicholas, it was still 1-0 to Belgium against Wales in their World Cup qualifying match. Is there any change to the scoreline, Nicholas, or Wales beginning to still knock on the door as well?
No, it looks to me, Russ, as though Belgium have had more possession of the ball than Wales. It looks to me as though Belgium are going to win this one. Wales can simply do nothing to peg the score back at the minutes. Score after just over 23 minutes: Wales 0, Belgium 1.
Thank you, Nicholas. Edwards can't get in there for Solihull Moors. As now here comes Solihull Moors forward, but they've given possession away. It's out for a throw, which Derico will take into Power, and Power spins on it. Finds into the path there of Watts on to Pierce. Tom Pearson, former Leeds left back, gets beyond his opposite number, the right back there for Solihull Moors. Newton gets there and he's battling it. He lost out, and now Man takes effort. Shot by Boots, but then Wyke come in and he saved it well there in the end, but it's still 0-0 the scoreline between Solihull Moors and Wigan Athletic. And his onside is Charlie Wyke there. And that really should have been a routine save. Pierce has possession. Back it goes now to Watts. On to Kerr. Kerr now gets the ball forward to Duriqua. Duriqua down the line, looking for White. Ball gets the ball away. And now Storer does really, really well. Smart. And now ball forward towards Rooney Newton. But Barnett as well to Maynard. Down the line it goes. Maycock inside looking for the run of Rooney, who can't get there. Very, very good play there from Solihull Moors to try and find the defenders. Do equal, just make sure he keeps hold of possession as we watch on this game. Is Solihull Moors 0, Wigan 0. Watch to Power down the line to Duriqua. Inside it goes to Massey. Back to Power and now back to Kerr and on to Watts. Kel Watts trying to pick out a man, can't do so. And he's still nil. Plymouth have taken lead against Sheffield Wednesday. Jordan Garrick with the goal. Wickham losing 1-0 to Arkle. Mark Cullen with the goal in that game as well. It's Solihull just knocking the ball around well here. And now Power picks up. I'll get back to those goals in a moment. Duriqua loses out. Newton. Rooney's free and he's played over the top. Rooney's onside. And Rooney goes down. He's pushed. He was pushing the bad there, Rooney. But Jogs Breakspear says no. And now Wigan with Massey can come forward. Duriqua into White. White goes down, similar to the challenge of the on Rooney. Nothing given there as well. And then Watts and Pearce gets the ball away. Bayliss almost losing out to Newton. And Newton putting under pressure as well here. Lovely ball to Bayliss, and Bayliss is looking forward and looking for movement. Pearce. Bayliss again. Now Watts. I want to see that penalty incident again for Solihull because I thought it was a penalty. Back to the scores. Wickham are losing 1-0 to Arkle. Mark Cullen with the goal. Worcester Rovers have taken the lead against Oxford. It's 1-0 there. Sam Finlay with the goal. Turkey have equalised against Montenegro through Mohamed Kerem Aturkoglu. St Albans are losing 1-0 to Dulwich Hamlet. Darren McQueen with the goal. Altrincham are losing 1-0 to Gateshead in the FA Cup. Macaulay Langstaff with the goal on 22 minutes. Gibraltar 1, Lavia 1. Vladislavs Gutkovskis with the goal there on 25 minutes for Lavia. We'll get ready to go back to Nicholas in about 3 or so minutes time to find out how the game's going in that match. The ball is given away by Wigan here. And now Storer has possession. Storer with the ball, the captain. Ball played through. Flicked on by Rooney looking for the run of Maycock. Who can't seem to keep up and keep hold of the ball. Maycock gets back in then. He wins a free kick, fouled by Edwards. And Solihull Moors still older than Wigan. 0-0 is the scoreline of Wigan are in League One. Solihull Moors are in non-league. Let's find out what the latest is between Wales and Belgium. Nicholas Jones.
Yes, Wales had a corner not too long ago, but Belgium quickly sorted that. Belgium still managing to hold on to their lead right now after just over 29 and a half minutes at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales 0, Belgium 1 is the latest score.
Thank you, Nicholas. This is a free kick is played in towards Maynard, and they're back in by Maycock. Maycock can't get the rebound, can he? No. And he can't get the loose ball here. As Lang can keep it. Storer's there. Storer can get the ball forward towards Rooney and Newton, who's up there. And he's out of play for a throw to Solihull Moors. And Solihull Moors defending for their lives here. And defending really, really well. It's still 0-0 between Solihull Moors and Wigan Athletic. And now Pearce will look to come forward for Wigan into Power. And Power can't power through to a teammate, and Solihull Moors have given one possession back. Storer putting pressure on Power, but Wigan have got the ball back this time. And Power, who gave the ball away, just played it to a teammate this time. And Pearce is running forward. Edwards outside of him, and he finds Edwards. Looks for the return of Pearce, who puts the ball in, is cleared away. Storer's on the edge of the box, there's a man on him, which is Edwards, and Storer's giving away a free kick on the edge of the box. He dwelled on the ball, dallying on the ball there was Storer, and he does catch Edwards, and it is a free kick and a shooting chance, and Wigan have a chance to take the lead here. Pearce is over this. Lang 2. Edwards is there. Power's there. Pearce. Lang. Wag's in there. Wag's just fastening his boot. Pearce and Lang stood over. Power looks like he's managed to strike it. Power is blocked by Barnett. And Barnett does a brilliant block. And the field round ball as Kerr picks the ball back up. Power, whose shot was blocked. Solihull Moors fans getting behind their team now as balls in towards Edwards, who can't have a strike on goal. Pearce knocks it back towards now Bayliss, and now Power plays it down the line for Massey. And Massey still down, still got all the possession. And Ball wasn't pleased I kept hold of the footwork. We've had a goal at the Cardiff City Stadium. Last time it was Nicholas, it was Belgium who were in the front through Kevin De Bruyne. Almost back on level terms, Nicholas. Belgium doubled their lead. What's the latest?
Yes, certainly it was the equaliser that Wales needed. They need a point. They need a point to be assured of the runner-up position in Group E. Daniel James set up the attack that was deflected poorly by Axel Witsel, and Kiefer Moore was able to pounce and score his 8th goal at international level. After just over 34 minutes, it's Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much there, Nicholas. We'll get back to Nicholas very, very shortly. Oxford have equalised against Bristol Rovers. 1-1 there now. Matty Taylor with the goal from the penalty spot on 57 minutes. Oldham 1, Ipswich 0. Harrison McGee on 29 minutes, and Altrincham have equalised against Gateshead through Josh Hancock on 30 minutes. Wigan and Wales, as Nicholas just said, a 1-1 with Belgium through Kiefer Moore's equaliser, cancelling out Kevin De Bruyne's opener. Is now Solihull Moore's win a free kick for a foul there on Maycock as we watch the game unfold. We have got another goal in the FA Cup match. We'll get that in a moment. I can tell you, it has come the way of MK Dons at Stevenage. They're leading by a goal to 0. And Plymouth have doubled their lead against Sheffield Wednesday's 2-0 there. We'll bring you the scores of both of those in a few minutes. And another free kick to Wigan here is still 0-0 as we watch this game unfold. In front of us as Power gets the ball forward, looking for the run of Lang. Cut out by Ball and then cleared away in the end there by Boys. And now Solihull Moors are holding firm and doing very well defensively so far. I hope that's not the kiss of death as Tom Pearce and Wigan playing it around on the back. It's now with Rico over on the far side and he's put out by Ball. And Solihull Moors' back three have done exceptionally well to contain Wigan so far. Yeah, is Bayliss and now it's with Watts. Forward it goes. Here's Lang Edwards. Lang again. Howard. Deriqua is saved by Boot as White almost going end of that cross in there, and it was a dangerous cross in and superb done. There is still Solihull Moors 0, Wigan 0. Solihull Moors trying to go into that long goal kick from Booton. And now Ball has possession back to Boot. Will clear long downfield. Wigan and Solihull Moors giving the ball away so far. As Deriqua just keeps possession. Here's Watts down the line for Pearce. Pearce does really, really well. Lang. Deriqua. Bayliss. To Watts, who looks forward for possession. Back he goes from Watts, and now is Bayliss. Bayliss across into Kerr. And here's Deriqua. And landed well there to win a free kick. It's still 1. It's still 0-0 in this game. Wigan are playing well, but Solihull Moors defend, holding them firm at this moment in time. We'll let you know the scores of the MK Dons goal and Stephen and Plymouth goal again in a few moments, and plus another goal in the FA Cup as well. As the free kick now from Power. Power delivers in straight to the keeper of Boot, and he saved it really, really well. Here is Pearce. Pierce will hold up and do fairly well. Here's Bayliss. Goal scorer for MK Dons was Harry Darling on 37 minutes. Plymouth's second goal against Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 up. They are MK Dons 1 up as Stevenage. And it's Ryan Hardy on 36 minutes there. And Oldham have conceded against Ipswich Town. Connor Chaplin on 36 minutes there. The other goal scorer for that game is Hereford 1, Blythe Spartans 0, and Bath City 0, Hampton and Richmond 1 is also the other latest scores so far. That's when the FA Cup is. All of the matches which have been played tonight in the replays are goals, apart from the ones I've given updates on tonight. Is Deriqua into Kerr, across to Power. Power gets the ball forward for Edwards, who's fouled on the edge of the box, and Al will now get a talking to again. This is the second time he's got speaking to after a challenge. So that might be his last warning now. Ow now. For Solihull will have to be careful. And now is a free kick with Pierce standing over it. Deriqua there too. It looks like it may be Pierce to have a crack here. A goal. Tom Pierce will be looking to get his first goal of the season. If he can score here. It's still Solihull 0, Wigan 0. Pierce stood over it. Deriqua there too. Power lurking on the edge as well. Deriqua will now move away and let Pierce take aim for it. Tom Pierce. Can he take boot in goal or even beat him? And it's Pierce. He can't do either. It's over the bar. And it's still Solihull 0, Wigan 0. It was up. We couldn't get up. We couldn't get it down in time. And it's still 0-0. Nicholas has been another chance in the game between Wales and Belgium, I understand. Which way is that one gone? Nicholas Jones can tell us. We can't get a connection with Nicholas at the moment due to some mic issues.
Sorry, yeah.
I've got Nicholas
sorry,
in now. Nicholas, what's the latest and who's come the closest in the next chance in the game there as we just see Wigan try and go on the counter-attack here, but nothing at the moment. So back latest, what's the latest for you, Nicholas?
The latest turn of events I could find was that a free kick which was awarded to Belgium not too long ago. Torgan Hazard nearly took the opportunity on that one, but it smacked off the post, and he was so disappointed not to extend Belgium's lead. The score still remains at the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you, Nicholas. We'll be back with you very, very shortly, my friend. We'll stay with you. Stay there. We'll be back with you with more updates for the rest of the evening's matches. Cambridge 2, Northampton 0. Sam Smith on 40 minutes. Chorley 2, Kettering 0. Connor Hall on 39 minutes as well is another latest score. We'll keep you all updated there. Barnett with the cross. It was the goal there in the eye boot. And therefore by I'm not sure it was up for an eye boot in there. I'm not trying to see who it was up for the eye boot in. It was Danny Newton and Watts with a brave header. Kel Watts with a brave header to get the ball clear. It's still Solihull 0, Wigan 0. Coming up towards the end of the first half here. It's still Solihull 0, Wigan Athletic 0 is the scoreline as Power with possession. Sends the ball forward. Looking for Edwards and Pierce. But Maynard's there to clear and is deflected into the arms of Boot, who will look to get the ball they come up towards half time. Here is still 0-0 here. Solihull, Dulwich Hamlet all 2-0 up against St Albans City. Danny Mills on 37 minutes. But then St Albans have pulled a goal back through John Goddard on 42. St Albans 1, Dulwich Hamlet 2 now, the latest score there. And we enter 2 into stoppage time in our featured game. It's here is corner for Solihull Moors, thanks to Sabaria with the cross, was blocked out for a corner. Going into injury time, and it would be an ideal time for Solihull Moors to get the goal now and going to lead right on the stroke of half time if they can score. The ball's in towards the penalty. Al goes for it, comes out to Storm back in towards Al. Cleared away on the edge of the box, and free kick comes in. Free kick to Wigan on the edge of the box, a foul. Then Solihull Moors has a few chances, but have failed to tear them at the moment in time. And a strike comes in and it's cleared away. Then it's, I think it was Lang who went down on the edge of the box for a foul by Maycock. And it's still 0-0. Solihull Moors don't have their fair share of chances, as have Wigan, but Solihull Moors doing well to hold firm for Solihull to get the match and keep it a 0-0. Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0 is. It's got Ace Pierce. Pierce does well. Watts hits it forward. Massacre flick on. It breaks out wide to Duriqua. A player who JB will know a lot about, just puts the ball in, and he's claimed by Boot. But Duriqua, as we're saying, is a player that JB will know well. Is taken by Duriqua, JB, the former Burnley man. Half time here, and it's Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0. Both teams have had the chances, but Solihull Moors are holding firm. We've played. We had 90 minutes of the DW, still 0-0. Another 45 minutes here at Damson Park, and still Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0. And I must say, Solihull Moors giving a good account of themselves as what they are, as what Wigan are as well. Some half-time scores coming in, which JB will tell you about, but I can just tell you, just before I hand over to JB for the half-time updates and everything, Josh Martin has been sent off in first half stoppage time against Stevenage. MK Dons leading by a goal to 0, but now down to 10 men. Josh Martin, 45 plus 2, sent off for MK Dons. I can tell you another World Cup qualifier in the South American is Bolivia 1, Uruguay 0, Juan Arquer with the goal on 30 minutes. But half time in our featured game is Solihull Moors 0, Wigan Athletic 0. This is a commentary hub.
And this is JB finally. I was supposed to be here a bit earlier. Of course, we had a few gremlins in my studio again, but we're live and with you. And the first port of call is actually to the Cardiff City Stadium, where Nicholas Jones has been watching a terrific game between Wales and Belgium. I see 1-1 at halftime. Let's get a full match report with Nicholas.
Thank you very much, JB. Good evening to you. It looks as if it was pretty much a game on throughout this whole game. I mean, Belgium did get the first goal in, but and I thought that they were going to hold out until the end of the first half, but Wales just came back, and the equaliser by Kiefer Moore sort of proved that they mean business. They need a point in order to ensure second place in the World Cup qualifying group, and the Czech Republic are 0-0 against Estonia, so that gives Wales even more of a chance, I think.
Absolutely. We'll be coming back to you for the second half with more updates. But it sounds like an entertaining game there, Nicholas. Also, to mark your car tomorrow, we've got Russ will be in the presenter's chair. Hopefully, not making the holics a bit like I've been doing this evening with the technical side. Hopefully, he'll have his technical boys with him tomorrow. And Mike Hardeman will be commentating on the replay, the all Manchester replay between Stockport County and Bolton Wanderers, 2-2 from that first game, if you remember. And we'll be on the air about 7:35 for 7:45 kickoff, and you'll listen to that with Russ Vernon, with Mike Hardeman commentating on that one. Please join him if you can for that one. It's been a long time since I've hosted, so I'm trying to get reacquainted with everything. But there have been lots of other football up and down the land and in Europe tonight. We'll bring you up to date with the scores as we are. As you know, that Dean Smith has now been appointed the new coach of Norwich City, and what a appointment that is for him. But he's got a difficult job on there, and of course, there's talk that Gio Van Bronckhorst will be taking over Stephen Gerrard's old job at Rangers as well. So the managerial merry-go-round in football is always a big thing, of course, as well. Just to remind you about the FA Cup replays tonight, we have to have a decision today, or tonight rather, either through 90 minutes, and I'm sure Russ has told you this earlier on, either through 90 minutes, extra time, whatever the outcome, we will be with you till the conclusion. With us, even if we have to go overtime, we'll to bring you the very best in hub. One in Wales, we'll try and get all the upper scores here. But we go. So let's sum up all the half the football. There we are. We got the music. I'm also DJing tonight as well. So there we go. So we've got the music on. Let's go through all the halftime. Let's go through all the half times then of tonight's football, and let's start with the European qualifiers, shall we? Let's start with the European Championship qualifiers. Let's view all them as well. It's a long haul, this, so just bear looks. But there we go. Just get all the scores up there. I should have done all this sooner, but you just got to fill in. Right, half times all these, all 7:45 kickoffs. These Bosnia 0, Ukraine 0. That's Bosnia Herzegovina 0, Ukraine 0. Finland 0, France 0. Czech Republic 0, Estonia 0. Wales and Belgium, of course, as you heard from Nicholas, is 1-1. Gibraltar 1, Latvia 1, Montenegro 1, Turkey 1, and the Netherlands 1. Netherlands 0, rather, Norway 0. Okay, so that's the World Cup qualifications. This is the last round of fixtures. Of course, Wales, if they get a positive result, could be seeded for those playoffs that, of course, take place in March. Now then, FA Cup scorelines, and these are all replays, of course, of the first round, and we've got some drama. We've got some drama in some of the games at the moment involving one or two of the teams competing at the moment. So let's bring you up to date with all. Let's try and bring it all up to date for you. Okay, so Bristol Rovers 1, Oxford United 1 is currently in motion. They've played nearly 80 minutes of that game. They played nearly 80 minutes of that match down there. So we played 8 minutes of that game, so it's 1-1. So as things stand, they're going to extra time at the Memorial Ground. Altrincham 1, Gateshead 1. That's a half-time score. The rest of these are half-times. Bristol Rovers kicked off around 7 o'clock. Altrincham 1, Gateshead 1. Cambridge lead Northampton by 2-0. Cheltenham taking on Gillingham. 1-0 they lead. Notts County 0, Rochdale 0. The winners of Plymouth Argyle and Sheffield Wednesday. Oldham 1, Ipswich 1. And Plymouth are leading Sheffield Wednesday by 2-0. And, of course, Sheffield Wednesday missing Bailey Peacock-Farrell, who's been on international duty with Northern Ireland, keeping out keeping out the Italians last night by all accounts. Solihull 0, Wigan 0. That's our feature match tonight down in the Midlands. We'll be back for second half coverage with Russ Vernon very shortly. Stevenage 0, MK Dons 1. So it's not turning out to be a good night for Mike Hardiman. Stevenage, of course, have sacked Alex Ravel during the week. Or during the last week. They're not on a very good run of form, as Mike Hardiman will testify. But very difficult at the moment for them at the moment. 1-0 down at home to the MK Dons. And Wycombe Wanderers 0, Hartlepool 1. So a bit of a shock on there. So at the moment, we've got some real upsets possibly there. And tomorrow night, of course, we've got a very good game between Stockport and Bolton Wanderers. Let's just recap the draw. Of course, the second round draw, which takes place as things stand. So these are the games that will be confirmed. So Buxton Morecambe, that takes place on Saturday the 4th at 12:45. Burton Albion against Port Vale, Carlisle against Shrewsbury, Doncaster against Mansfield, Lake Noreen against Tranmere, Portsmouth against Harrogate. And then we have to scroll down a bit. Walsall against Swindon Town and Yeovil as well. Kidderminster against Halifax Town. That's on the Sunday, 4 o'clock kickoff. Salford against Chesterfield. And then that big game between Morewood and Salford City completing the second round fixtures. So plenty of football coming up in the FA Cup. But at the moment, as regards the FA Cup, it's we know that Cambridge are heading through. Cheltenham are 1 up. Michael Duff's team. Exeter and Bradford 0-0. Let me give you one or two of the scores. Let's tell you what's happening in the Plymouth game, shall we? Garrick and Hardy have scored the 2 goals at Home Park, and just up the road in Bristol, that game between Bristol Rovers and Oxford. Of course, Oxford so close to getting into the Championship last season. And Findlay and Taylor are the goal scorers. Findlay put Bristol Rovers ahead after 48 minutes. Taylor equalising with a penalty of 57 in that one. So, of course, we know about all the other results as well. But some great FA Cup scores as we come in. And just a reminder, as I say, extra time or penalties will decide these ties tonight. They've got to be decided. Replays back in the FA Cup last season, of course, we didn't have any replays, of course, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, which sort of curtailed everything to do with the football because we had that late finish to the 2019-20 season. So it curtailed last season a little bit in terms of cup ties and knockout rounds and the like, because the League Cup was a one-legged affair. But let's just run through those scores once again, just to remind you. Bristol Rovers 1, Oxford 1, Holchester 1, Gateshead 1, Cambridge 2, Northampton 0, Cheltenham 1, Gillingham 0, Exeter 0, Bradford 0, Notts County 0, Rochdale 1, Oldham 1, Ipswich 1, Plymouth 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Our match is 0-0, so let's hope with some goals in the second half there. Will we see a shock on it down in the Midlands? Let's find out in a few moments from Russ Vernon. Stevenage 0, MK Dons 1, and Wycombe 0, Hartlepool 1 are all the scorelines at the moment. So we are now a few moments away from joining Russ Vernon for the start of the second half. And what a second half it really does promise to be down there in the Midlands. Remember, it's 45 minutes to decide the winner. Otherwise, it's all over. Otherwise, we will go to extra time in terms of that game this evening. Hope you like that little musical interlude there. That was interesting as I'm running down the scores for you. But yeah, football. Let me remind you once again, tomorrow night we've got all our cup action with Russ Vernon sitting in my chair, hosting. And, of course, the brilliant Mike Hardiman, who will be producing the commentating for you that very same evening. So we start at 7:30 start, kick-off 7:45 if you want to listen along to that. So we're just waiting, of course, on the second half, which should be starting in about 3 or 4 minutes from now. You can never tell really with this with these streams. And Mike apparently is doing it all, I'm told. Yeah, Mike's doing it now. So Russ is not presented. So Mike's going to be also directly and commentated. So he's going to be doing the whole lot tomorrow night, I'm told. So there we go. That was me firmly put in my place. So with regards to that, we're just waiting for the teams to pop out here at Solihull. Remember, normally this is conference against League One. Of course, Wigan won the cup, of course, against Manchester City. People seem to be getting 2013. Ben Watson, who scored the winner that afternoon at Wembley. How can we forget Ben Watson's contributions to the cause that particular afternoon, which won Wigan the trophy? So we're just waiting on the players to return, and then we'll get back to Russ with the second half of this intriguing encounter, shall we say? Should be a good second half. This really, I would have thought. So we're just waiting on the. Just waiting now on the second half, and then we'll get back to you for the start of the second half. But so some good ties there, evenly poised at this stage in proceedings. So we've got a very good. I think we could be in for a very interesting second half here up at Solihull. Remember, Wales are 1-1 with Nicholas. You'll get updates from him throughout the second half. Of course, he will be nice and easy. Finished early doors tonight, whatever the result, because there's no extra time and penalties. It's a qualifying game, so there's points up for grabs as regards that anyway. So we'll just have to. We'll have to see about that. But we're just waiting for the teams to arrive here, reappear. But interesting first half. It was very intriguing. 0-0 is the score, and we've certainly. I think the second 45 minutes surely must buck up really as a contest. But it was an intriguing first half. But there's plenty left in this cup tie, I'm sure. But remember, we've got to go to extra time and penalties as well if it ends a draw. And, of course, Russ will keep you updated with the latest scores as they happen as well. So plenty of good stuff to look out for as regards that. But let's get back to Solihull. Well in time for the second half. I'm not sure if the players are coming out yet, but we'll hand over to Russ now for the second half. And let's hope, Russ, that you can work the oracle and get us a go in the second half.
Thank you, JP. And Solihull Moors have just won a free kick after a brilliant run forward by Sabara. Just in behind Rooney, pulled the ball back, cleared it away, and then there was a foul on the edge of the penalty area. And Solihull Moors have got a free kick in, I would say, around about 25, maybe 30 yards out. And they've got Ball stood over it. Storer was there too. I think it might be Ball who's looking at this. There's someone else stood over there. I think it might be Boys as well. And it's 4 people in the Wigan wall. It'll be Ball! Saved by the keeper. And I thought that was in for a moment. Wonderful effort from Ball. And he just pushes it away. Does Jones, and behind through a corner. No one was following in there. Solihull Moors' point of view, otherwise could have been 1-0. But they've got a corner now. We'll run you through the teams again very shortly. When we can get back in play, we'll bring you updates from Wigan. And we've got a penalty! Solihull Moors have been given a penalty! And Charles Breakspear has pointed to the spot And a penalty to Solihull Moors. And Wigan cannot believe it is an handball in there. It could be the challenge on Maynard, I think. Not sure, let's have a look. Yes, it's a challenge from Maynard. It's pulled him down. And the referee took a bit of time and they decided to point to the spot. For me, I think it's a challenge on Maynard, not an handball. But Solihull Moors have a chance now with Adam Rooney to take the lead. Yet to score this season for Solihull Moors. Can he score here now? All come from that corner, which followed from the free kick. Adam Rooney has a chance to score against Wigan Athletic. Adam Rooney steps up. Right footed and it's in! And Solihull Moors takes the lead. And Rooney from the penalty spot puts Solihull Moors into the lead. And it was Rooney with the goal from the penalty spot. Jones gets it the right way, and we're going to keep it out. And Solihull Moors take the lead, and it's Rooney with the goal. Keeper diving away. I think he may have got a fingertip onto it, but he doesn't there. But it was the power and the quality of the penalty from Rooney to give Solihull Moors the lead. And I'm just watching this again. If it's foul on Maynard for me, and he does it in hand, but the foul was spotted first for me, so that's a definite penalty. And for me, the 1-0 Solihull Moors lead by a goal to 0. We'll see how we'll go across to the Cardiff City Stadium, see if they've had an explosive start like we have in the second half here, to keep everyone up to date with what's happening. And we'll bring some other scores which are happening very, very soon. As Bayless can't get there for Wigan, and Wigan will now have to come out, which could play in the hands of Solihull Moors, but it's out of play for a throw to Wigan, which Pearce will take. Power's opening space for us to use him. Here's Lang. Storer's there to win the ball back. But Wigan on the ball now. Massey. Back to Power. Power has it out wide for Duriqua, the former Burnley man. Tendai Duriqua. Inside it goes for Massey. And now here is Wigan coming forward with Power. Down the line it goes into Lang. Lang tries to turn. And then ball. And I've just heard confirmation of the penalty was given for handball. And for me, if it was a handball, it was by Maynard, not the Wigan player, so the penalty shouldn't have stood. But for me, I thought it was given for a foul on Maynard. It was an handball by Watts, I think it was, on who was challenging with Maynard, and I don't think it hit Watts' hand. We'll get the latest. We'll bring you the teams in a second, as it's been an explosive start, so we've not been able to give you the teams in a minute. As Pearce whips the ball in, goalkeeper misses it. Duriqua back in and cleared behind for a corner to Wigan. Wigan are peeling for handball now. Let's see if it is an handball in this one here. When this one comes back in, can't tell. We didn't see when it come back in. Pearce to the corner. Whipped in. Headed away. To Sabara. Tries to send it forward. But it was blocked by Bayless there. So let's run you through the team. Starting off with the home side. Solihull Moors is Boot, Out, Maynard, Mycock, Barnett, Storer, Ball, Boys, Newton, Rooney, Sabara. Bench of Allsop, Osborne, Donoway, Dallas, Udlin. As for Wigan, which we'll give you their team in a moment, as Wigan themselves are having to do a bit of defending at this moment in time, and it's headed away there by Kieran. Man goes down, holding his face there, so I wouldn't be able to read you through the team. It's Jones in goal, Deriqua, Watts, Kerr, Pearce, Power and Bayliss, Lang, Massey, Edwards, and Wyke up front. Amos, one more, Long, Robinson, Smith, McHugh, Akado, Says, and Bangami, the subs for the Latics, the League One Latics. What will Wigan have to do here now? What can they do here now? It's Deriqua. Can't get the ball forward, and here is the ball through from Boys, who can't pick out a man, and Rooney's forcing the ball back to Jones, who clears it long. Bit of explosives from the fans there, but sorry if you could hear any of the explosives in the background. As Pearce comes forward, it's given away, and Wigan will have the ball back. Here is Watts. Watts now has possession into Bayliss. Bayliss into Lang. Lang does well. Look on, pick out Pearce. They're peeling for a corner, Wigan, nothing given. And it says Solihull have lived through a big call from the referee. Rooney to the penalty. Let's have a look at it. That's a definite, well taken penalty from Adam Rooney. And that's a good angle to see it from. The keeper, for me, dove a little late after the ball was struck. That's why the pace and the position and the power of the shot from Rooney beat Jones in the Wigan goal from that penalty spot there. We'll head over now to find out what the latest is in the second half of the Cardiff City Stadium between Wales and Belgium. Your man there for us today is Nicholas Jones. What's the latest, Nicholas?
Still nothing has changed between Wales and Belgium. Although not too long ago, Nico Williams and Aaron Ramsey actually clashed with each other. I could make neither head or tail of what that was all about. I think they just ran into each other without looking where they were going. That's the only thing of note that's happened in the last couple of minutes. Still Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you, Nicholas. Back with Nicholas very, very soon as Pearce trying to get the ball in towards Wyke, but it's cleared away only for his power in there. And now Deriqua does really, really well to hold on possession, and Solihull does really, really well, but can't get the throw. It looked as though that Boys played it off Deriqua and out for a throw, but the official said he didn't. It's Kerr feeds Watts, and now Edwards out wide to Pearce, back to Bayliss. Bayliss does well to hold up possession and feed in Kerr. Good ball through into Lang. Here's Massey. Massey can't pick out a teammate. Rooney's back, and he watches him roll out of play for a goal kick to Solihull Moors. So Wales still drawing 1-1. Let's be some goals in the second half of matches. Cambridge now 3-0 up against Northampton Town. Ben Roman on 48 minutes. The Bristol Rovers Oxford game's gone to extra time. If you're drawing these FA Cup replays, they will go to extra time if it's level after 90 minutes. Still level after that, we'll have penalties. And Bristol Rovers against Oxford did go to extra time. And Oxford have now taken the lead. Billy Bowden 1 minute into extra time with the goal there. Lavia are leading now 2-1 against Gibraltar. Robert Aldrich on 55 minutes, the scorer there. we'll keep you up to date with what's happening with those matches throughout the evening, as well as the updates from Wales against Belgium with Nicholas Jones at the Cardiff City Stadium. As now here is Wigan coming forward with Kerr. Who gets it back from the request pass, and now across to Watts. And Watts finds Pearce. Bayliss coming forward, trying to get forward, giving the ball away. Maynard's there to clear away off Pearce. And Maynard and Storer there. And now here are Solihull on the attack with Barnett. Barnett coming forward. Barnett with the cross in. Anyway, comes out to the edge of the box and is wide from Boys from just inside the penalty area. Wonderful cross in. And it headed only as far as Boys, and he just couldn't get a strike in on goal. And he just goes wide, and then Maynard just wins a free kick at the other end. And it's behind for is the free kick now. Solihull, which has been taken long by the goalkeeper, Boot, and he's can't pick out a man. And now here's Lang running forward. Still going Lang. And then Boys fouls him. Lang will go into the book here, I think. But first, Boys gets both for the challenge and Lang for the sarcastic clap towards him for giving Wigan a free kick. So both players, Boys and Lang, will have to watch what they do now, unless otherwise they'll get sent off. Here is Rooney's goal that separates the two sides as Power delivers in. We can't beat the first man on the edge of the box, which is a goal scorer for Rooney, and he clears it away again. Deriqua has possession, he picks up, just inside his own half, finds Watts. Combination of Callum Lang's booking. I'm sure he showed it to Boys as well. We'll try and confirm that in a few moments, and we'll go back to Nicholas in a few minutes as well. We've played an hour here. Still Solihull 1, Wigan 0. Our League 1 Wigan, as it stands, are heading out of the FA Cup unless they can find 1 to take to extra time, 2 to win it, as Maynard clears out for a throw. Pearce leaves it for Power, who will look to launch one into the penalty area and look to score. If he goes to one goal, long this time goes to Lang, and back to Power. Back to Lang once again. Lang crosses in, headed away by Au now. And now Solihull can try and break forward. Here's Rooney, the goal scorer. Does well. Knocks the ball back to Ball, and now lovely footwork. It goes down the line. And it's cleared away. Lang does well. Shields the ball well and runs at him. He's got massive head. Lang, superb effort. And a superb save behind for a corner kick, which will be after a fantastic save from Boot. And that's a superb effort. And it's pushed over. Pearce will take the corner from Lang's. After Lang's effort forces the corner, Pearce delivers it towards the back post. Headed away to Deriqua. And what an effort. But a superb save there by Boot. And a lovely long throw. Boot finds Sabara. Back to Barnett. Barnett to Maynard forward. He goes. And there's a clash of heads there involving Watts and Newton. And Wigan just going with it. It finds Derico in space. We'll get to Nicholas very shortly, don't we? As Lang goes down on the chance from Storer. There's a free kick to Wigan Athletic. Bath City 0, Hampton Richmond 2. Jay Gray on 53 minutes. Altrincham 1, Gateshead 2, Dan Ward with the goal. Bosnia 0, Ukraine 1, Zinchenko with the goal. Czech Republic 1, Estonia 0, Jakub Barabek on 59 minutes. Montenegro 1, Turkey 2, Orkan Korku with the goal on the hour mark. Stevenage 1, MK Dons 1, Jay Reid on 61 minutes there. As Power gets ready to deliver this free kick, and he delivers it in towards the back post. Howe misses it, but now it's picked up by Boys who clears out of play for a throw. We'll wait for this throw to take, and let's cross live to the Cardiff City Stadium. Is it still 1-1 between Wales and Belgium, Nicholas Jones?
Yes, it is still 1-1, although Belgium have just been awarded a corner, and it'll be Kevin De Bruyne to take the corner. Will that spit? Could Belgium retake the lead with that corner? Bit of a scuffle going on in the goal area, and it just goes over the crossbar. It was headed by Dedrick Boyata, and Wales needed at least a point in order to ensure the runner-up place in the World Cup qualifying group. They're consolidating it right now as we speak. It is still Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas Jones. We're back with you very, very soon. It is still Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 0. To anyone who's just tuning in, we've played 64, coming up for 64 and a half minutes as Watts feeds in Pierce here in the Damson Park between Solihull Moors and Wigan Athletic. Love crossfield pass to the Requa. Onto his, brought down on his chest into Lang. Lang does well here. The Requa with the cross. It can't be the first man in whose boys, and he clears behind for a corner kick to Wigan Athletic. Wigan will have a chance to take the lead here if they are. Well, chance to get back on level terms if they are to force extra time, should I say. Solihull Moors lead by a goal to nil. Notts County 1, Rochdale 1, Aidan White with an own goal. And the corner comes in here, cleared away once more. Pierce back into the penalty area. Maynard gets the ball away. It's cleared away this time. Maynard's missed it. And it's in! And Wigan have equalised. It's 1-1. I'm not sure who got the final touch. I think it might be Kay who's got the final touch, and that'll be good for Wigan to level things. I think it might be Kay, the defender, who gets the final touch. Poor defending. And then Wigan been very, very poor today, but they've finally got the equaliser. It was a shot from Edwards, and I'm just going to have a look here. So the most can't get clear. Shot by Edwards, deflects off Kay, and into the back of the net. Kay won't care, neither will Wigan. It's 1-1. Girl apologising to Edwards for taking that goal off him. It's 1-1 here. We could be heading for a replay. Finland 0, France 1 is the score. Karim Benzema on 66 minutes. St Albans 2, Dulwich Hamlet 3 is the latest score now. Sean Jeffers on 57 minutes. The latest score is the Requa. Lovely ball inside. And Lang picks up now. He's been the best player for Wigan in second half. Bayless can play through to a teammate. Maynard in there. And Storer gets fouled and there's a free kick. after Newton played him the ball. Can Wigan get back? Can Wigan get in front? And there's been an incident in the Wales game. We'll get across the minute. We'll just see the goal again. Edwards' shot came off Kerr into the net. We'll head over to the Cardiff City Stadium right now. There's been an incident involving a Belgian player. What's happened, Nicholas Jones?
Play had to be halted for a few minutes as the man who headed the goal, who headed the ball that missed the goal, Dedrick Boyata, he actually hurt himself in the process and was actually flat on the ground for a few minutes, and that's why there was a lot of activity with the physios, and they were feeling him all over, and also Kiefer Moore might have been involved in something like that as well. I don't know, but they've had the last few minutes being checked over them. They're back on their feet. They seem to be okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if any few minutes are added on after 90. It is still Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you, Nicholas. As Rooney has just been booked and given away a free kick, which we're going to have taken quickly. Solihull's goal scorer is in the book now, as Wigan will look to try and get on in the lead. Here's Kerr, the Wigan goal scorer. Can't pick out Lang, and is out for a throw-in. It is still Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 1. If you're just tuning in, it's also Wales 1, Belgium 1 in our other match which we are covering tonight with updates from Nicholas Jones. You've got commentary on this game in the FA Cup first round replay between Solihull and Wigan Athletic. The score is 1-1. If it remains this scoreline, then it'll be going to extra time, and then maybe could go to penalties if needed. Throw downfield there from boys who and now Wigan lose possession. We gain possession, let's say Wigan, Solihull, especially with Wigan have just given possession away, and they've done that quite a few times today. Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 1 is the scoreline, and Solihull looks set to be making some changes in a moment. It's bounced out for a throw. Looks like there's going to be a couple of changes in a moment. And it's gone out for a throw-in to Wigan Athletic, which Pearce will take into Power, back to Pearce, and now back to Watts, and now it's with Kerr, who's just keeping possession well here. Looks like they might be making some changes in a moment. It is now 3-1 to Oxford United in their game. Steve Seddon on 93 minutes. Half-time and extra time there. Bristol Rovers 1, Oxford 3. And it's Plymouth Argyle 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Jordan Garrick with his second of the afternoon, of the evening, should I say. And Watts commits a foul on Danny Newton, the former Stevenage man. And so Moore's win a free kick and an elbow in the back of Watts' head. Accidental, those were both with the ball. Is a free kick. Double change for Solihull. Dallas is coming on. He replaces Newton. The goal scorer Rooney is being replaced by Donowa, who comes on, the Bermudan international player. So that's 2 changes in the game, and Rooney's played well as to Newton. Still gets the ball in, feels for handball in there, and it was by Solihull's player, which has been allowed to continue as we can have possession. Dallas almost going on that as to Donwa. Eureka has possession, but he plays it to Watts, who will look up and do really, really well. Here's Pierce coming forward into the penalty area, cleared away. Bayliss is in there, cleared away once more. Power can't keep it. Pierce, lovely work, lovely link-up play, and he's out for a throw to Solihull Moors. Edwards has possession for Wigan, forces it back to Watts. Wigan yet to make a change of their own here. As Kerr have possession. Watts, down the line it goes, into the path of Edwards. Edwards does well in Maynard. Receives a free kick, and he booted the ball away there in Maynard, so Maynard will get a booking here. Still, Solihull Moors 1, Wigan Athletic 1. There is a corner, it's like a corner for Wigan. Free kick to Wigan over on that far side. Wyker lurking, just round about the centre, just outside the 6-yard box. Lang there too. Massey also in there. Power delivers with a lot of power, and there's a foul in there for against Solihull Moors. There's a free kick for them now. St Albans have levelled against Dulwich Hamlet. It's St Albans 3, Dulwich Hamlet 3. Let's find out, while we wait for this free kick to be taken by Solihull Moors, how the latest is between Wales and Belgium at the Cardiff City Stadium, with around about 50 minutes to go in that one as well. Nicholas Jones, what's the latest?
Wales are still managing to hold on to that crucial point which they need. They're doing all they can to keep Belgium away. It is still Wales 1, Belgium 1 at the Cardiff City Stadium.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. We'll be back. We'll get another update just before the end of the game, and then after the game we'll get a full-time report. We're watching Solihull Moors against Wigan Athletic in our featured match. Solihull Moors 1, Wigan Athletic 1 is the scoreline here. Solihull Moors with a throwing over on the far side, the right. It's telling Solihull to get onto it. They've changed the goal throwing take around. There's going to be a long throw here. Donaway with the throw. Lovely throw towards Dallas, and it's defended again. And Donaway will have another chance to launch one into the penalty area as two trucks drive past the ground outside the stadium here. Donaway with another long throw. Distance into the penalty area. Appeals for an handball by the fans behind the net. Almost fell for Dallas. Maynard finds Sabara. Finds it out wide to Barney. Donaway there, but later challenged by Tom Pierce. And it's a free kick to Solihull Moors. Coming up towards 77 minutes gone here. Still 1-1 as we're just seeing a chance there. That could have been another penalty for handball in there, but referee for Solihull, but referee said no. Boys is up there. Dallas is in there. Boys lining one this up. Donovan's in there. So too is Ball. Story lurking on the edge. Almost everyone back for Wigan. There's Sabara on the edge of the box. Plays in towards the penalty. Drops towards the back post. Heads behind for a corner. And Capri behind for a corner. Another change to be made here. Jamie Osborne is coming on. He replaces Sabara. And that's their 3 subs now for Solihull. Jamie Osborne trying to score from this corner as Solihull will look to try and get a winner. His boys to take the corner from the left hand side. Boys sends it in towards the back post. No one in a yellow shirt. Maycock brings it down. Maynard's there inside the penalty area. Maycock can't get there on the edge. And back in. Comes to the edge of the box. And deflects it just wide. I thought that was 2 from Ball. I thought Ball had scored for a second, but he deflects. Deflection takes it just wide. Osborne there, boys 2 for this corner. Osborne will take. He's just come on as Osborne. Takes the corner. Dangerous corner. Too easy though for Jones in the end. Coming up towards the final 10 minutes of this game. Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 1. We'll bring... If he goes to extra time, we'll bring you that. If he goes to penalties, we'll bring you that as well. As the Requid plays it forward, is too much on that. And it comes all the way through to Boot, who will pick up possession. White there, watching him closely like a hawk. In around about 5 or so minutes time, I'll be announcing my player of the match in this game. Ball is it forward. And lovely run here now. Slow-mo's coming forward. Burnett wins a corner. That ball has gone out of the stadium as well. Slow-mo's getting behind their team, behind that goal. And all around the stadium where their fans are. But from the small corner down at the other end, where there's Wigan fans there, Osborne and boys across there. Boys takes it in towards Maynard, saved by Jones. And now here's Duriqua. Down the line for Edwards. Edwards plays it on to Lang. He's onside his Lang. Bayliss is in the middle, but Lang gets it all wrong and gets the ball out of the ground. So 2 balls lost in the space of 2 minutes there. We're coming up towards the final 9 minutes of the game here. Still Solihull 1, Wigan 1. What's the latest at the Cardiff City Stadium, Nicholas?
Still 1-1 between Wales and Belgium. The Red Dragons are holding out really, really well, and it looks as if that mythological creature will be roaring tonight. It is still Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. We'll be back with him shortly, just before the end of the match, with a final update before a final report as Lang comes forward for Wigan. Edge of the penalty area, Lang plays the ball through, and Edwards almost gone there, but he's put behind by boys, and boys had to get something on that to pull the ball behind. Some other updates, scores have gone in Peru beating Venezuela by a goal to nil. France 2-0 up against Finland. Latvia 3-1 up against Gibraltar. Hereford 2-0 up against Blythe Spartans. Bristol Rovers have put a goal back in the FA Cup against Oxford United as the corner comes in here. Punched away by Boot. Comes out to Derek, on the edge of the box. Derek's shot is blocked. Big block in there. My boys, Cambridge 3, Northampton 1, Rose with a goal back. Bosnia 0, Ukraine 2, Dovek with the goal there. Altrincham 2, Gateshead 2, Bath 1, Hampton and Richmond 2 is the score. Mooney with the goal for Altrincham in the FA Cup against Gateshead. Derek now for Wigan Athletic in our featured match. On the ball. Boys has been penalised for a free kick. You can't believe it, boys. It's on a booking as well. I'm not sure why he's been given not much in this. Nothing much in the free kick to being awarded there. Nothing much in the challenge for the free kick to be awarded. Boot is organising his teammates and the wall where he wants them to be. And he says he just wants the one man in the wall. It'll be Pierce to take this. One arm in the air. Pierce whips the ball in. It's cleared away. Minos comes out to Derek. Shot is blocked. He's cleared away. Comes out to Bayliss. Bayliss puts the ball back in. Headed towards goal. Cleared away by Barnett. There's a appeal for handball by the Wigan players. Derek was there. Gets the ball away from Dallas. Bayliss is there. Wigan yet to make a substitution. Pierce runs it out of play. And there's no penalty there for me. Just seen that replay again where Wigan fans behind the goal appealed for a penalty, but the players on the pitch didn't. The players on the pitch did really, really well. There's been a chance for Wales in their game against Belgium. We'll go across to Nicholas, tell us all about it in a second. We can go across now while we're waiting for... Well, nothing much is happening. Nicholas, what's the latest? And I understand Wales have had a chance to go into the lead.
They have indeed. Nico Williams was just inside the 18-yard box. He made a powerful shot at goal, but it was deflected by Cohen Castiles, and the goal score still remains Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. We'll be back with him again if there's another chance or in a few minutes for a final check on the score. That's the final check we've gone with Nicholas there, unless something happens noteworthy to tell you about. There's been a goal, Bristol Rovers 3, Oxford United 3, Aaron Collins in the 115th minute, Oldham 1, Ipswich 2, El Manouzi on 81 minutes. There's Derek does well. Derek still going very, very well. Just back inside, Derek pulls the ball back, and the shot comes in from Lang, and then keeper Phil fumbles it. Edward follows in, and Edwards puts it wide. Chance for Wigan Athletic to score to win it. Lang's shot is saved and spilt, and then he puts it behind. Just Edwards. Oldham 1, Ipswich 2. El Manouzi on 81 minutes there. Charlie 2. Kettering 1. Callum Powell 81 minutes there. Netherlands 1. Norway 0. Steven Bergwijn on 84 minutes. Czech Republic 2. Estonia 0. Jan Soroka on 85 minutes is the latest there. Goals flying in up and down the country and around the world, but no more in this game or in Nicholas's game as we get ready to announce your player of the match this evening in this game. which is sponsored by the brilliant commentary services. We'll announce that on the 90th minute mark. 3 minutes to go till we announce our player of the match in this game. Here's Ball, sends it forward. Donovan chasing. As to was Dallas. Maynard gets the ball forward. Donovan can't get in there again. It's cleared away by Wigan, only as far as a throw in. Boyce takes the throw and quickly Osborne does well. Loses out. Ran into trouble. Power loses out to Boyce, who's still going, being pulled back by Power, but broke through. Boyce into Dallas. Dallas does well. Osborne's there to help him out. Osborne, ball in towards the penalty, cleared away. Edge of the box. Goes for handball again. Cleared it forward. Durique gets a miscued header. Osborne's there. Does well to keep hold of possession. Watches it go for a throw and just wins a throw. Solihull 1, Wigan 1. Final 2 minutes of stoppage time. Expecting around 4 added minutes towards the end of the game. Osborne leaves it for Donaway to take a very long throw. He'll launch one in towards the penalty area. Into the penalty area he goes now. Donaway was cleared away the near post. Out for another throw. Will Donaway look to take this one, or will he let his teammate take it as it stands? Ready for further 30 minutes in this one. Bristol Rovers 4, Oxford 3. Spence on 818 minutes now with the goal there in one of the other FA Cup matches. All the other scores are as we've mentioned a few with no goals mentioned in some of the matches. Don't know where goes through inside the penalty. Wouldn't open up for him. It is. Here are the FA Cup scores. I'll tell you about in a moment. I've got them up on my screen in front of me as we watch our featured match going on here. We'll keep an eye on this, so just keeping possession. Storrs goes through. Storrs is pulled down there, not according to the referee. Baelish coming forward. Plays Lang as we enter 4 minutes of stoppage time. Wycombe then is cleared away. We've got 6 minutes of stoppage time at the Cardiff City Stadium. Here's Osborne. 4 minutes added on here at Damson Park. Solihull 1, Wigan 1. It's a cold evening in the Midlands, but we are wrapped up in our commentary position this evening. Ball comes towards Maycock. Maycock puts the ball in. Don't know who's arriving, but the request put it behind. There's a corner kick to Solihull Moors. They've got a chance now. Chorley 3, Kettering 1, Tomlinson 6 minutes there in their match. Corner kick to be taken. Osborne will take it. Rosie short. And it's a poor one in the end. And now Wigan can break with Massey. No subs for Wigan. And Durique gets the ball forward. Edwards is on possession. With him. Edwards! What a save! By Boot. And the player of the match I have chosen is Maynard. He has played superbly well at the back. Put some brilliant blocks in. And defended really, really well. And gets back in numbers to help out defending, and I think he'll be ever present and he'll be looking to do some defending here to keep Solihull Moors into the FA Cup as Pearce takes the corner and Booty claims it well. but Maynard our player of the match. Notts County 1, Rochdale 2, Jake Beasley in the 90th minute, Netherlands 2, Norway 0, Memphis 90+1 there as well. 2 more minutes to go in our featured match here, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Wigan. Boys can get on with that one. I'll run you through some scores in a moment in our featured games. And he goes back. Cleared forward. Donovan slips. And he slips again. Oh, lovely challenge by Maynard. Maynard steps in, free kick given. We can give you some scores. Altrincham 2. Bristol Rovers are through after extra time, winning 4-3 against Oxford. And there's a flashpoint here. There's a few players on bookings getting involved, I think. The ball's pushing Pearce around here. I'm not sure exactly what went off here. We just saw the players come flying in and see what caused that. It's because Maynard got the ball and Pearce pushes him into Edwards, and then he pushes back and Edwards holds onto Maynard. So that's what caused the push by Pearce. Pearce saying the goal to the ball. For official getting involved, so I can tell you, Altrincham are losing 3-2 to Gateshead through Macaulay Langstaff's 91st minute goal. France have beaten Finland 2-0, Bosnia 0, Ukraine 2. Some cards coming out here. Pearce is booked. Storer gets booked here as well. Maynard's been having a talking to here. Well, Tom Pearce and Storer getting booked. The 2 players booked in there. Storer not sure why he got booked. We've played over the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Nicholas thinks Wales have done enough as a corner from Belgium was saved by Danny Ward. We'll get the full-time thoughts from Nicholas on that game in a moment as we wait for this watch his free kick taken. It's a free kick for Wigan. Ball's hit forward into 95th minute. Cleared away on the edge of the penalty area. Al gets them all the way. Al now, and there could be a chance here now. Dallas is breaking forward. He's got the ball on for Osborne. Osborne shot, get it back to Dallas. And chance goes back in. There is a full-time whistle. 180 minutes played and still can't be separated. We go to extra time. And now we're becoming a very, very short. Rooney opened the scoring from the penalty spot on 14 minutes. Kay equalised on 66. Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 1. And the game of the Cardiff City has finished as well. So back to JB for a quick report on the Wales game. And then we'll be back with me very shortly for the extra time as Solihull take on Wigan in the FA Cup first round replay. Can't hear anything from JB at this moment in time. We will try and get to JB in a second or so. If we can get JB there. Are you is JB? While we're waiting for JB there, we'll just go across to Nicholas Jones who can give us a full-time update as Cardiff and Wales have drawn 1 apiece, I believe, Nicholas Jones.
Yes, they have indeed. Belgium. Yes, they have indeed. Wales have managed to hold on to the crucial point that they needed. The Czech Republic beat Estonia 2. The Czech Republic beat Estonia 2-0, but it wasn't enough, and they miss out on the second place in the World Cup qualifying of Group E. Wales were going to go through to the playoffs anyway because of their success in the Nations League, as were the Czech Republic, but Wales have got that home advantage, and the Welsh Dragon is roaring loud and proud tonight. Final score at the Cardiff City Stadium: Wales 1, Belgium 1.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. You can go and have a well-rested time now, my friend, and we'll thank you very much for your continued support on the channel, and thank you for your updates. I will see you again fairly soon, my friend, and we can now bring in our match host. We can fetch in the host for this evening's programme is over to JB. Are you there,
Thanks,
JB?
Ross. Just having one or two technical errors at home, but never mind. 1-1. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
We can hear you, JB. Go ahead, mate.
Thank you. Right, so it's finished 1-1 here. Thank you very much indeed, Russ. It's been so we've had a lot of cup football going on this evening, as well as this one as well. We'll try and quickly run through the scores because it will be a few moments before we're back with Russ commentating on the games here. So let me just give you the European qualification one. Bosnia 0, Ukraine 2, Finland 0, France 2, Czech Republic 2, Estonia 0, Wales and Belgium, as you heard. Gibraltar 1, Latvia 3, Montenegro 2, Norway, Turkey, Montenegro 1, Turkey 2, Netherlands 2, Norway 0. In the friendlies, Kazakhstan 1, Kazakhstan 0, Afghanistan 1, Indonesia 0, and Belarus. And let's not worry about those under 20 game to be worried about. We've got a result at Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers 4, Oxford 3. So Bristol Rovers go through after a 7-goal through after extra time. Gets in a through 3-2 winners over Altrincham. Cambridge are also through against Northampton by 3-1. Cheltenham 1. We're out again. They're going to extra time as well. So they're going overtime down there in the West Country. Notts County 1, Rochdale 2, Oldham 1, Ipswich 2, Plymouth 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. So Plymouth now will go to Rochdale in round number 2. Our game is about to start extra shortly and also extra time. So very good news. We've been going through a bit of a rough spell lately. Second, having to sack Alex Ravel. And Wickham now Hartlepool 1. So Wickham first round stage. So plenty to watch out for now as we go into extra time. Let's get straight back in time for the start. Let's rejoin Russ Burnham for the first period of extra time, and then here's Russ Burnham to take you through the full 30 minutes of extra time.
Thank you very much there, JB, and we're back with you fairly shortly at half time in extra time for a quick moment or so, and then we'll get back ready for the second half as Wigan have got an early chance in extra time to go into the lead. They've got a corner and take the lead for the first time. Still no subs for Wigan, it looks like. Pierce with the corner, and there's too much on it, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Bolivia currently 3-0 up against Uruguay in another World Cup qualifying match in their side of the draw. Solihull 1, Wigan Athletic 1 is the score here. as we watch this game unfold. His ball is played out wide, and so almost give away the ball. So is the let's see of the scores. So we'll just go through the scores. Go through the team, should I say, for you. Booting goal, Al Maynard, Mycock at the back. Barney Storer, Ball Boys, Dallas Dunaway, Osborne, the for Solihull Moors. As for Wigan, it's Jones in goal, Derek Watts, Kerr, Pierce, Power, Bayliss, Lang, Massey, Edwards, Wyke, bench of Amos, one more long, Robinson, Smith, McHugh, Adikbo, Sees, Bangami as well. We're actually not seeing much of the football this evening as we played almost 2.5 minutes of the extra time period. It is still Solihull Moors 1, Wigan Athletic 1, as Power just picks up possession. Lovely work. Here's Duriqua. Down the line it goes from Duriqua. Massey. Duriqua. Lang. Good for work. Bayliss now. Good ball from Bayliss to Pierce. Pierce cuts inside. Back he goes to Kerr. Now Power. Power's it down the line looking for Duriqua. Who's first time crossing. Wag's in there. Drops to Wag, saved by Boot. And it was a snapshot in the end from Charlie Wag, and his first chance for Charlie Wag as well. We'll keep you up to date with all the extra time matches in the FA Cup, along with this one for you. Exeter against Bradford, 0-0. Stevenage 1, MK Dons 1 is the other two matches that are in extra time, along with our featured game this evening. Is Osborne does well to win the ball off Massey and keep hold of possession for Solihull Moors. Trying to play it inside, and it's picked up now by Maynard just inside the centre circle. Our player of the match, Burnett. Now it's Maynard. Barnett again. Lovely one from Barnett. Alright to Dunaway, back into Barnett. Does well. Bayliss comes forward. Looks like Bayliss may be coming off soon for Wigan Athletic. As Duriqua takes over from Lang. Lang has it back. Can't play it. Can't find a teammate. Charlie White does well to make something of that ball. White all the way across to Duriqua. Duriqua towards White. As he back across. And Edwards fires it wide. Miscued his effort. And it just goes wide of the target in the end. Solihull Moors is the only problems for Solihull Moors. Is Wigan now makes substitution. Is Scott Smith coming on for Tom Bayliss. In their only change of the game so far for Wigan Athletic, which has surprised me this evening that Wigan are yet to make another sub as of yet. Wigan have had the chances since we've gone into extra time, but now Donna was inside the penalty, pushes arm in the back on him from the defender in there. But nothing much of an appeal from Solihull Moors in place in the end. It was mainly the fans behind the goal and near the side of the goal. Pierce just gets a knee to the ball to stop that. And that substitution there for Smith for Bayliss is the change. Ball into the penalty from Powell is not behind by Maynard, the player of the match. And he's playing really, really well. St Albans have lost 4-3 to Dulwich Hamlet. Venezuela losing 1-0 to Peru at half time in their match. And Kyle Udling comes on for Ryan Barnett. 6'9" striker comes on for Barnett. So they need a bit of height in there to help defend this corner. Will Udling. Corner's taken. Headed away the near post. Smith. Miller tries to run a towel, appeal for an handball from some of the players. Smith to do equal. Now Kerr to Watts. Good play. Power has possession. Do equal with time into Lang. Lang does well. And now here is Maynard. Looking to get forward for Solihull Moors. On gone to right wing back now. And Udding through the middle of the striking three with Osborne and Dallas either side. With that substitution there. As we see the action unfold. Every outfield player on the bench for Solihull Moors has come on now. So no more subs can be made. Also the goalkeeper is on the bench. And he's the remaining player on the bench for Solihull. Done cross. And he clears it. Pierce looking for the ball. So Moors fans waving to the TV camera. Smith gets it from Pierce after the crowd gave the ball back, which was some boos as the ball was being kept by Solihull, trying to run down the time. And Duriqua does well. Gets away from his man. Master with the cross. White and it's not behind for a corner from Donowa. Donowa didn't know there was no one there, so he had to take a gamble to get something clear in case man was coming round the back. So Moors defending well now. Power will tear the corner. Anyway by Udling. Goes out to Pierce. Power. Gets it back to Pierce. And it's cleared away momentarily by boys. Smith is bad there for Wigan. Wigan are playing it through. Derek was in there back. Lang can't get it. Is Maynard away. Only as far as Kerr. Now Duriqua. Now with Watts. And now it's Power. Duriqua won't get there. Is one on Solihull against Wigan. 101 minutes gone here. As we see Wigan coming forward with what scoreboard still tied at 1-1 as we see a goal at Exeter. Exeter 1, Bradford City 0. Mad J in the 100th minute. There's Kerr now gets the ball forward into Power. Power driving forward. Feeds Smith. Smith out wide to Pearce. Pearce takes on his man. Goes direct and wins a free kick. And a free kick there. I'm not sure why he's giving a free kick there. Nothing much in that for me. If anything, is a foul by Pearce, in my opinion. Maycock was penalised. As referee said, it was a Pearce and Power standing over this. Pearce. His Power. Delivering is in! That could be the winner. Is that going to be the winner? And it's Lang who scored it. And Wigan Athletic take the lead for the first time and have turned the match around, and Solihull are behind. Power with the free kick. It could be offside there. And it was a lovely death flick taken beyond boot. And Lang puts Wigan in the lead. Power happy. Celebration with Pearce before joining Lang and his other teammates there. 50th career goal from Lang. May have got a touch from Wyke as well. And Wigan leading by 2-1. Lang scoring in the 104th minute. Just before half time, in extra time as well. Solihull Moors tried, but they couldn't hold firm any longer. Solihull Moors look to get the throw in as Donovan comes across. And he'll look to launch the ball into the penalty area. We'll leave it to Osborne. It's Osborne to take a long one. But it's cleared at the near post. Headed back in. Woodland can't challenge for that one. And just free kick goes against the striker. Dallas, I think he was, the foul went against there. We've got 1 minute to stoppage time at the end of this first period of extra time as we watch the game unfold. And there's a wrestling match going on there with Smith and I'm not sure who the Solihull Moors player was. It was Osborne. And it's a free kick to Solihull Moors. Last chance saloon now. In first half stoppage time to get back in this game at the moment, to keep it level going into the second period of extra time. Osborne or boys to take. It'll be boys. Lifted in towards the back post and watched all the way by Jamie Jones. And there is the half-time whistle in extra time. And in half-time in extra time, the score is Solihull Moors 1, Wigan 2. Cam Lang scored in 104 minutes just before extra half-time gives Wigan the lead at the break. 2-1. JB.
Okay, thank you, Ross. And we've got so 2-1 then to Wigan. The 2013 winners are heading through as things stand. We'll be with you for about 60 seconds and then back to Russ for the rest of the second half or the second half of extra time. There's a few messages coming. DB says, "Hi, bro. I would rather you called us by JB or Russ or something like that." I'm not keen on that on that, to be honest with you. And a couple of people, Ellis Davis and Back Game of Play says score. Well, let me just remind you one thing. There's no point in asking that question, folks, because we've got, if you look at the screen, the score comes up on the screen, just to let you know. That is why it's there when it is. Read the caption. Silly messages like that, we just don't tolerate. But if you want to leave us a message and leave us a decent message and nothing ridiculous like these two have just done, you're more than welcome to do so, and we'll read them out gladly as well. So, but can Solihull Moors get back into it and force penalties? I wonder. It's very finely balanced, but it's Wigan who are just nicking it or just shading it at the moment. 2-1 at the moment, and should be an interesting last 15 minutes. They're going to swap round now. In fact, I think they've now just about swapped round. And let's rejoin Russ for the second period. Let's see if Solihull can get back into it and force penalties. I hope so. And then we can hear us do a penalty shootout. Who wants to see that happen? Anyway, Wigan are just 15 minutes away from the second round. Let's get back to Russ.
Thank you very much, JB. We're back with him now as the second half of extra time is just got underway as Udling can't win the ball, which has been upped long downfield on this near side as we watch in this second half. I can tell you it's half time and extra time in the other two matches. It was Stevenage 1, MK Dons 1, Exeter 2, Bradford City 0. Nigel Ayatanga scored in 105th minute for Exeter. Liangol sent off 105th +1 as Udling comes into the penalty area and wins a corner. Second half of extra time at Stevenage is underway. They've just ended for the first period of extra time at Exeter. We'll keep you up to date with all that one as the ball from Osborne is cleared away as that was a poor corner from the Solihull Moors man. He'll now look to take a long throw instead. See if that's going to be better. And no appeals for handball from the fans behind the goal and all the players on the pitch for Solihull Moors. As Solihull Moors fans thought they should have had a penalty as Jones hits the ball forward. As Boo gets the ball forward, as White for Edwards. No foul. Donovan gets the ball down the line and wins a throw for Solihull Moors. Can Solihull Moors get this game to penalties? Donovan will line up a long throw. Udlin is inside the penalty area, the 6'5" man. I think he is. House in there as well. Donovan will look to get this throw into the penalty area. And it goes in, Udlin flicks on. It breaks. Appeals for a penalty. There's two men down inside the penalty area with head injuries. Nothing given. And now the referee will stop play, will he? Let's watch this. There's a ball shot. Keeper punched. Two men. Keeper punched his own teammate, but punched Dallas first and then takes out the goalkeeper after Dallas flicks on the ball. That should have been a penalty for me for Solihull Moors after Dallas was taken out by the punch of the goalkeeper. Trying to find Udlin again with that ball forward. Kerr gets the ball away. Storer gets the ball inside away from his man. Now looks for Udlin again. Ball flicks the ball in. Out for it, but Wigan can break away. It's Callum Lang. Lang's throw and goal. Lang goes down and angles the ball. It's had a penalty area. It's an handball. He went to take it quickly. We'll just see if this is a penalty. He lost possession, falls down, and then puts his arms on the ball. And then holds his chest as the Story tries to get the ball. Try and get Story sent off. And Wigan maybe making a substitution here. Double change for Wigan here. Being on the centre half. In Jack one more for his Lang and Massey and his Chris Z come on as well for Lang. One more on for Massey, so they've only 18 years of age. Is C's who's just come on. The ball was flicked on there but given away by the flick on. Wikes away. Z's up in support if you can use him. Z has got his first touch. Goes past a few challenges. Osborne just follows through on Osborne. And that's the yellow card for Z there, who's penalised for a bad challenge there. By Chris Z, who gets booking his Jimmy Osborne. Where's the man fouled by Z as that ball is cleared forward. Still 10 minutes to go. And now Edwards is away and he's all on his own. Z's up into open spot. Edwards is a submate. His force is built into a good save. There's now is Smith. Smith goes down. He's penalised for an handball there. It looks like to me. Solihull's 1, Wigan 2. It is 2-1 to Wigan, Ed. The game is on TV. Just have to search through your channels to find him, my friend. As Wigan have possession with Wyke. Ball is if forward towards Edwards. Flag stays down against Edwards. With his other chance out. Comes across and says, not now. Wigan as Edwards still has possession. He looked like he was offside. And he's a throw to Solihull Moors. The Wigan fans in that corner not agreeing with that decision there. White fouls his man Maynard, who and now Solihull Moors trying to get forward. It's downfield. And it's no good ball from Donowa in the end. It's 2-0 still to Exeter City and still 1-1 between Stevenage and MK Dons. Our good friend Mike Arneman was going to be watching the Stevenage game at the Lamex Stadium tonight. So he's there watching that one in the flesh. As we watch this game unfold in front of us as Wyke can bring the ball forward. Maynard stepping in and wins a free kick. Solihull Moors not giving anything up here just yet. Wigan lead by 2-1. as Wigan will try and get the ball away. Bounces up against Z's arm there for me, but nothing given, and he goes out of play for a throw. Osborne against Z, and Z fouls him. Z was already being booked, got to be careful. Osborne's telling the referee that, but the referee's not taking anything off on that at this moment. Storer to take this throw in. This free kick, Udlin's going across to the right. Clipped it towards Ow. Flicked on. Ow now, can he keep the pressure on here? And he's gone out for a throw to Wigan Athletic, who will look to try and waste time here. They will try and waste time. And Wigan making yet another substitution. Robinson is coming on. And it's Tom Pearce, who's the man going off left back. The left back there now. It is a throw in to Wigan. Jones is going to take his time, which the team also are not happy about. The management team and the playing team as well on the field of play. But he's out for a throw to Solihull Moors. Final 5 minutes to go. Still 2-1 to Solihull Moors. Venezuela 1, Peru 1. Dorchis with the goal. Darwin Dorchis with Marchits with the goal on 52 minutes. As Jamaica trailed 1-0 to USA as well. Timothy Way with the goal on 11 minutes in their World Cup qualifying matches. Earlier, we had updates on the Wales game against Belgium with Nicholas Jones. Big thanks for that. As the ball is being played forward, can Solihull Moors get a last chance? Udlin plays it just behind Donovan. It's a bit disappointing there for the non-league side. The bit of momentum they had is slowly fading away. Stevenage and MK Dons still drawing one apiece. Exeter still leading 2-0 against Bradford City in the FA Cup first round replays as well. Ball is played back. Here we go. Ball is he towards the penalty. Udlin powers there, but almost gets in there and calmly done by Duriqua, the former Burnley Chesterfield man. Now Wigan losing it now as Maycock, just wide for Maycock. Harry Darling sent off for MK Dons in the 119th minute. Exeter now 3-0 up against Bradford. Mad J in the 115th minute. MK Dons have had 2 men sent off now. They're down to 9 men now, MK Dons against Stevenage in their match. Ball played forward is a free kick to Solihull Moors, who have to play back a few minutes. The fourth official just getting ready to pull up the board to tell Solihull Moors how long they've got left. He's in towards the penalty area, flicked away, still 2-1 Wigan. Donowa to Ball. Odlin's having it out now. And he goes wide. How has that not gone in? And now I think that, now could be the last. How has that not got in? And that could be the last chance there for Solihull Moors unless they score from this corner. Will the keeper Boot to be coming up just yet? And left of extra time. Osborne sends it into the back post. Donowa puts the ball back in. Headed away. And has got Edwards. Forward. Boot flicks the ball back forward. How's in there? Ball! Oh my chance! Ball can't take it! What a chance for Ball. What a chance. Corner taken quickly. Last chance. Ball. Storer lifts the ball back in. Udden flicks on. Ball's. Is it out on the ground? That could be the last chance for Solihull Moors now, I feel. Mike Ornament, our good friend, will be jumping for joy as Stevenage go 2-1 up in first half stoppage time. Luke Norris with a penalty in 120 plus 1 in second half extra time stoppage time. And we see 2 added minutes go up here. Wigan will take their time to get this goal kick forward. Jones, Issy forward. Can Solihull Moors get through, or will this be the end of their road in this is his FA Cup? The ball is flicked on forward there by Ball, I think that was. What is this bad there? And Elise run through to Boot. Boot sends him forward. Flicked it on. Free kick. Will Jones have enough to keep it going? He's taking it quickly. Osborne flicks the ball in. Udlin! Just saved by the keeper. Just generate the power with the header on target but couldn't. And Solihull Moors with a big chance there. Trying to generate the power. He couldn't do that. And that could be the chance now for Solihull to and their last chance they could have. He's going all the way out for a throw. They're waiting for the ball to come back. Here's Boot. Boot clears it forward. Picked up. Maycock gets it forward. Cleared away. Going all the way through. Robertson. Boot sends it forward. Udlin can't flick it on. It's coming back at them. And now Charlie White. And he's just going to take his time. And he just holds up possession. And there goes a full-time whistle. And Solihull Moors are out of the FA Cup. Wigan have gone through in the end. Gone the business done in the end to win the cup tie. And it's finished. Solihull Moors 1, Wigan Athletic 2, and Solihull Moors are heading out. Wigan have gone through. Lang's goal in extra time wins the game, and it's for Wigan Athletic. They're still playing at Stevenage, I can tell you, and still playing at Exeter as well. It's 3-0 to Exeter against Bradford City, and still 2-1 to Stevenage. I can tell you, Stevenage all through. Mike Ornament, our good friend, will be happy. They have won 2-1 after extra time. So they are through. Exeter Bradford are still being played. But that's for me finished on the mic tonight. Thank you very much for listening. I'm going to hand you back over to JBR presenter. But it's finished here on the commentary hub. This is the commentary hub. It's Solihull Moors 1, Wigan Athletic 2.
Thanks, Russ. A good commentary as well from Russ Vernon there. Working overtime tonight, and we appreciate him for that. And I think everyone that listening to that game at home should appreciate Russ for what he did there. Great performance from Solihull Moors, but it just wasn't enough. Wigan, that extra bit of quality and that extra bit of fitness proving in the end too much for Solihull Moors, who can now concentrate on the National League. Right, before we leave you, because we're practically almost out of time here on the TCO tonight. It's been a long shift, so bear with us. We're going to give you all the qualifying results from tonight's European games and all the other cup tie results before we leave you tonight. So the final round of games in the qualifying group, it finished Bosnia 0, UK 2, Finland 0, France 2, Czech Republic 2, Estonia 0, and Belgium and Wales drew 1-1. Wales still in the playoffs along with Scotland, and that's great for British football. England, of course, qualified last night with a 10-0 win over San Marino. Harry Kane getting 4 of the goals that last night, and now puts him level with Gary Lineker in the goal-scoring charts of all time. Elsewhere, Gibraltar 1, Latvia 3, Montenegro 1, Turkey 2, and the Dutch 2-0 winners over Norway this evening. In the FA Cup, first round replays, there's 1 or 2 of the games still being played, but we can tell you that Bristol Rovers 4, Oxford 3, that's a result after extra time. Altrincham 2, Gateshead 3, so Gateshead are through to the next round. Cambridge 3, Northampton Town 1, Cheltenham 3, Michael Duff's team 1-0 against Gillingham. Exeter 3, Bradford City 0. There is still in extra time. There's about 3 minutes to go, but I can't see Bradford sadly getting back into that game. What a shame, really. Bradford quarter-finalists as recent as 2015 when they went amongst them when they went to Chelsea and won. But it's sad to see Bradford where they are now at the moment. So they'll concentrate on the fight to get out of League Two, the right side. Rochdale, good night for them away at Notts County. They go through 2-1, and so too do Ipswich away at Oldham. Plymouth are through 3-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. In fact, they faced Rochdale a week on Sunday at Scotland in that game, in that first round. And it's going to be televised on national TV, on ITV no less. So great publicity for both Rochdale and Plymouth Argyle for that one. As you've just heard with Russ, very descriptively, I thought. Solihull Moors 1, Wigan 2. Stevenage are through. I can tell you that a result has come in. Mike Harneman, you better start punching the air with delight, mate, because your team have done it. They've beaten the Milton Keynes Dons by 2-1. I'm absolutely delighted for all Stevenage fans out there. They've had a rough ride this season. Alex Rebel relieved of his duties, but they've hit back the team in a very good way tonight, and they've got the result. I can confirm that Stevenage have knocked out the Milton Keynes Dons by 2-1. And finally, Wycombe Wanderers 0, Hartlepool United 1. So some big teams falling by the wayside. The likes of Sheffield Wednesday and Bradford City are out. San and Oxford United, all top flight clubs of a few years ago. But another former top flight club, Wigan Athletic, got through just about in the nick of time. Just to remind you that Bradford are now out, beaten 3-0 at Exeter. But Wigan, who won the Cup in 2013, they were behind to a penalty, but they got back into it and won it in extra time. We've run out of time here on the TCO, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you to Nicholas and thank you to Russ as well. For me, just one more job I need to do before we leave you, and that's going to be the aforementioned Mike Harneman. He's going to be with you from around about 7:40 tomorrow night. Kick-off 7:45. Live alternate commentary of a very big game as well in the FA Cup. The final replay, and that is between Stockport County and Bolton Wanderers, and that was a terrific game. If you didn't see the highlights on Match of the Day of the first game, well, you missed a right 10-minute treat there because it was a cracking little tie shared for 4 goals shared. Hence why we've got a replay. And if the replay tomorrow night is as good as what we saw a week and a half ago, then I think we were going to be in for a right old treat. So that's tomorrow night at 7:40 on all TC Hub platforms. It'll be on TC Hub, TC Hub 2, JB Sports, JDAT Football, and Storm FM, as well as Periscope, Twitter, and Twitch. Right, from me, JB John Stuttard, have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'll probably see you for commentary at the weekend, so don't forget to join me for that if you can. And of course, we've got some Premier League commentaries coming up as well over the weekend as well. But tomorrow night, we've got more cup football. And if we get anything half as dramatic at Edgeley Park tomorrow night, I think I don't think you'll be disappointed. From myself and from everybody on the team tonight, take care. Good night.